What's going on, guys? Bobby with Consumer Time Capsule, back with another review for you here. And today we're coming to you from the Capsule, and not from Krispy Kreme donuts. Just there's a lot of hustle and bustle, even at like 8:30 at night at our local Krispy Kreme. So I almost call it Krispy and Kreme. I'm pretty sure there's no and. It is not somebody with the name of Krispy and the name of Kreme that happened to make a donut shop. D-O-U-G-H nut shop. It's cream that they cover their donut with. Anyway, they are doing a new line of cookie classics. We got one familiar face in the bunch, which is the Oreo cookies and cream. Also new to the lineup is the Chips Ahoy donut and the Nutter Butter Twist donut. So we'll get into what each of these means in just a second here. But you know, it's really interesting. You know, Oreo O cereal was reintroduced a couple years ago, and I guess Post felt like that was doing pretty well. So then they brought out the Chips Ahoy cereal and the Nutter Butter cereal, and now they're extending another line of Oreo products to include Chips Ahoy and Nutter Butter. So I think that's kind of cool. I think that's, you know, kind of neat because, you know, let's face it, Oreo is pretty much everything. Like, Oreo is everything and everywhere, but Chips Ahoy and Nutter Butter are still kind of a novelty to be integrated into other products. So we're gonna start with the classic here. Start with the original. There's the hole. I always like to bite where that hole is. So it is an unglazed donut. So just a normal smooth donut there. It's got what is supposed to be a dark chocolate glaze, but that sure does look like milk chocolate. And it's got pieces of Oreo and white drizzle, as they call it. Presumably white chocolate, I guess. Probably not a dab of ranch, like Wrap Snacks. And that's an inside joke, unless you have Wrap Snacks, in which case you do know. I'm going to give this one a shot, and just to establish a good baseline for what these cookie creations, what do I call it? Cookie something. I knew what it was called when I started just fast forward. What's it called? Cookie classics. This one is the classic. The other two are brand new. So let's give it a shot. All right. So inside, it's Oreo cookies and cream filling. So even though the top has Oreo crumbles, they elected to go cookies and cream filling and not just cream filling. And it's making for one really chocolatey donut. Real chocolatey. I mean, not necessarily a bad thing. And it's a kind of dominantly chocolatey core. I mean, you can see it in the color. It's almost completely brown. Barely any hint of white in it. If you like the outside of the Oreo, this is going to be a great donut for you. If you're a cream filling person, if you go for that double stuff, or like you just throw away half of the cookies that you twist off the top like I do, maybe less your thing than like a, you know, a more cream-oriented donut, because this is really heavy on the cookies. Speaking of cookies, next we're going to go to Chips Ahoy. This is bringing some innovation. So just like the other one, it's on an unglazed donut, has the dark chocolate icing or frosting or whatever, and it's got bits of Chips Ahoy cookies and then a mini Chips Ahoy cookie on top. And I'm going to take a bite and show you what's inside. Cookie dough inside.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Hey man, it's got that cookie dough flavor. It definitely does. It's pretty darn sweet, but it really does taste like cookie dough. It's a step above the Oreo. I know you tried the Oreo one earlier.
Let's try this.
Try that one. It's you even get the little, you can have that mini cookie all to yourself, man.
Like cookie dough.
That's where a day's of hard work right there.
Yeah, pay me in donuts.
Yeah, pay in donuts. And only donuts.
It's a very tall donut.
It is. It's very like. It takes some height to fit in all of this filling and into a already pretty decent sized donut. I mean, we got these 3 donuts. It was like $3.29. This is like, they're like 3 like really upscale like cakes or something. You know, it's like it's bigger than just like that donut that you typically would get at a donut shop. So I'm impressed with that. I like the gimmick. I like the innovation. But what I'm most excited about is actually this Nutter Butter. So Nutter Butter Donut Twist. It seems a bit smaller than the other ones. And by seems, I mean, really, it's undeniably smaller. But it is a glazed this time. They call it a twist. I don't see any twist to it. It's just a donut that like is formed out of 2 little baby donuts. Yeah, a little bit longer maybe. Even that, like, it's really not that much longer. It's a little bit longer, I guess. Definitely thinner. And even like a little less tall. But it is on a glazed donut on this one, so it's the only one that's glazed. And then you have peanut butter cream, Nutter Butter cookie bits, and peanut butter like icing. It's just, everything is peanut butter. So guess what's gonna be inside of this thing?
Oreo.
Nothing. Is it supposed to be filled with something?
I don't know.
What do you know? It's not supposed to be filled with anything. I was thinking there's gonna be peanut butter inside. Well, that explains all the peanut butter outside. Here I was like digging for peanut butter inside. Yeah, there isn't.
Is there any chocolate?
No, there's literally nothing inside. It's just a hole that I poked with my finger. Well, that was disappointing. You know, when you expect something in the middle. Here. I mean, carved a hole in there if you want to go ahead and...
Whatever. Okay.
I mean, put some, like, cookies and cream or, like, Cool Whip. Throw some Cool Whip in there. Just none of this, like, man, it's a line. You know what I mean? The cookie classics are a line. Why fill 2 of them and not a third one? You know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. Why not glaze 2 of them and glaze the third one? I don't know. So, gimmick grade, you know, it's good. I mean, it made me interested in checking out Krispy Kreme for another review. So, as a grade, as an overall assessment of the gimmick, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. You know, the Nutter Butter and Chips Ahoy, definitely pretty innovative. The Oreo side, obviously not so much, but you know, without Oreo, none of this would have been possible, I'm sure. Now, when it comes to the Capsule Countdown, ranking the flavor of all 3, third place is going to go to the ever so disappointing Nutter Butter Twist that doesn't have anything inside. Did you not like it? Did you like it? No, it just... First off, the glazed donut, it added with the icing and then the frosting and the cookie, it's too much sweet. I mean, it's too sweet, yet it's competing with things that are literally filled with like sugar substance inside, and yet it's the sweet one. I don't know. but not all that impressed with it or its flavor, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. Second place I'm going to give to Oreo, and with Oreo, it's just too chocolatey to really emulate an Oreo cookie. A big part of what makes an Oreo is that cream filling. And in this case, they definitely didn't mimic that as well as they mimicked the outside. If you love the outside, you love the cookie part of an Oreo, it's going to be your favorite donut of all time because they really do a good job capturing that taste. Me, I'm not so big on that, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. And I'm going to give first place to the Chips Ahoy cookie dough filled donut. I mean, the cookie dough inside is really good. You know, it's tough to pull off the kind of cookie dough thing in like a really light frosting. But they did it. The Chips Ahoy bits on top, really good. Adding a little bit of texture, but also adding some of that flavor. I don't think it's dark chocolate. I think it's milk chocolate. It seems like the frosting on top is milk chocolate. I know they say dark chocolate on the website. They said dark chocolate in person. I've had quite a bit of dark chocolate. It's probably milk chocolate. I like it. I don't love it. I'd say probably like a 6.5 or a 7. Oh, what the hell? I'll give it a 7. It's solid. If you're going to try one of the three, I would definitely skip right to the Chips Ahoy and kind of call it a day, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's a great deal. The thing is even if you want to go out there and try all of them, you don't have a heck of a lot to lose. Make a couple friends, and it's like $3 and change for all these donuts, which is a really great deal. And, you know, not a bad idea. So glad that I checked it out, even though no super winners in the group here. But make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Consumer Time Capsule, where you're probably watching this right now. Throw me all the likes you can, and watch my 80s and 90s commercials that I upload every single day. Also on Instagram at ConsumerTC and Twitter at ConsumerTC if you want to check me out there. And I guess till next time, I will miss it till I see you. And next time we do a Krispy Kreme review, I don't care how loud that place is, we're staying. We might not actually. We might do it at the Capsule again.